Hello everybody and welcome to Barca News. It is June 7th, 2022 and I have a lot of exciting news to share with you. News about Gavi's renewal, the Raphinha operation, Robert Lewandowski's most recent statements, and of course the big news that Barcelona are interested in the Argentinian Angel Di Maria. We have lots to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Mo and I created this channel so it could be a one-stop shop for all Barcelona fans where they can come here and get the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Whether it be transfer rumors, injury updates, post-match analysis, or anything else, you will find it here. So I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on the latest news regarding our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Now we'll begin with the news of Gavi's renewal. As I reported yesterday, there's a meeting scheduled between Gavi, his agent, and the club to go over the final details of the contract. Now it was expected that Gavi would sign the contract at this meeting, given his willingness to stay at the club and given the club's willingness to see him on next season's squad. Well, it seems that Gavi has agreed to all the terms of the contract, including the rescission clause and the duration of the contract. However, he has not agreed to the salary. Seems that Gavi wants a higher salary than Barcelona are offering, and it seems that Barcelona are not willing to offer him more because they want to stick to that strict pay scale that Joan Laporta is trying to implement all across the board. As I reported in yesterday's video, which I will leave the link for down below in the description in case you want to check it out, Joan Laporta is trying to implement a very strict pay scale that would top out at 10 million euros. That means no player would ever make more than 10 million euros at the club. And given the duration at the club and your contributions to the team, that you will be placed on this pay scale. And given that Gavi is coming from the La Masia and he's going to be playing in the officially on the senior squad for the first time, the club is not willing to offer him more than what they're currently offering him. So let's hope that this not hinder the negotiation, and let's hope that the club and the player eventually come to an agreement so we can put this matter to bed. Now on to the news of Frenkie de Jong. It seems that Barcelona has not received any official offers for him. As I've reported before, Manchester United are very interested in signing Frenkie de Jong. They want him to be a part of this reconstruction project that they're going to undergo, and they had initially contacted Barcelona, and Barcelona had initially put a price of 85 million euros for the transfer of Frenkie. Well, it seems that until today, Barcelona has not received any official offers from Manchester United. So with every passing day, it seems like that Frenkie de Jong will remain at the club because Frenkie doesn't want to leave, Xavi doesn't want him to leave, and if Barcelona is not receiving any official offers for him, then it seems that every day it's less and less likely that Frenkie de Jong will be leaving the club. Which for me, of course, it's great news because as I've said many times before, I really want Frenkie to stay because I think he's a key player to the squad and he's someone with a lot of talent and a lot of skills, and he has a lot to offer. Now on to the news of Robert Lewandowski. He made some very interesting statements in a podcast that he was a guest on. He said that something in him died and that he doesn't want to stay at Bayern Munich and doesn't want to play another season at Bayern Munich, and that he doesn't understand why the club are not agreeing to letting him go, and that he feels like he's not being heard, and that Bayern Munich's position will discourage future players from signing for them because these future players will always think back to Robert Lewandowski's case and how the club did not let him leave, and that they're going to think twice about signing for Bayern Munich. Now when it comes to Barcelona, the interviewer asked Robert if he was hearing any other offers from any other clubs, and Robert Lewandowski said that no, that he's not interested in any other clubs. He doesn't want to hear any offers from any other clubs, that he's only interested to go into Barcelona, that he loves Spain, that he has a house in Spain, and that him and his wife are currently learning Spanish. And of course, this is to add to the statement that I mentioned in yesterday's video, which he said if Bayern Munich do not engage in a negotiation with Barcelona for his transfer, that he will not be reporting to the preseason with Bayern Munich. This is of course because Bayern Munich has not replied to Barcelona's offer. As I mentioned previously, Barcelona sent a 40 million offer to Bayern Munich for Robert Lewandowski, and it's been 2 weeks and Bayern Munich has not replied to it. They have not denied it, they have not rejected it, they are not entering in negotiations, they're not asking for more, they're simply completely ignoring it. And this is of course rumored because Bayern Munich want to secure a replacement for Robert Lewandowski before they agree to any transfers, and they have selected Sadio Mane as Robert Lewandowski's replacement. Well, while we're on the subject, I want to touch briefly on a report that it seems that Liverpool are interested in Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan striker who currently plays for the Portuguese club Benfica. Now, why is this related to Robert? Well, it seems that Liverpool are also doing what Bayern Munich is doing, which is they're not going to let Sadio Mane go until they get a replacement for him. And it seems that they have selected Darwin Núñez as Sadio Mane's replacement. So it seems like this is going to be more of a domino effect, where if Liverpool does sign Darwin Núñez, they will let Sadio Mane go. And then Bayern Munich will be able to sign Sadio Mane. And once they have, they will let Robert Lewandowski go, and hopefully we'll see Robert Lewandowski in Barcelona with a Blaugrana jersey. Now on to the news of the Raphinha operation. I reported yesterday that Barcelona's director of professional football, Matteo Alemany, and his right-hand man, Jordi Cruyff, had flown to Leeds to meet with the club and try to negotiate the transfer fee. As I've reported before, Leeds United had originally set the fee for Raphinha at 55 million euros, and then they upped it to 70 million euros. Well, the club, it is reported today that they're not willing to pay more than 40 million euros for Raphinha. So Alemany and Cruyff will be in Leeds this week trying to negotiate that fee down to 40 million in hopes to sign Raphinha. But if they can't, then it is reported that the club are going to try to go after Angel Di Maria. Now, Angel Di Maria's contract at PSG will expire this summer, and he will become a free agent. And he was currently negotiating with Juventus, and it seemed that he was going to be on his way to the Italian club. But in the last minute, Barcelona called him, and they let him know that they were interested in signing him. And it is reported that he stated that he's also very interested in coming to Barcelona. He will be coming on a one-year deal so he can be ready and fit for the 2022 World Cup. Well, it seems that Barcelona, if they can't sign Raphinha this summer transfer window, that they will sign Angel Di Maria for 1 year, and then they will try to sign Raphinha during the next summer transfer window in 2023. Now, on to the news of Memphis Depay. It seems that the player will be asking the club to renew his contract. His contract is up next summer in 2023, and he is one of the players that Xavi does want on the squad, but because of the club's financial situation, the club was considering his sale if they receive a good offer for him. Well, it seems that the club has not received any offers from Memphis Depay, and Memphis Depay is also not interested in any offers from any other clubs. He wants to stay at Barcelona, he wants to play at the club, and he wants to contribute to the team. So he will be asking the club to begin negotiations to try to renew his contract. Now, speaking of renewals, it seems that Barcelona will be renewing Dani Alves' contract. Dani Alves wants to play in a 2022 World Cup with Brazil, and it seems that the club are willing to do him the favor of renewing his contract and letting him play at least until the World Cup, maybe beyond that. As a reminder, Dani Alves came to the club during a very tough period, so he can help out the club not only as a player on the field, but also as a leader and someone with a lot of experience in the locker room. And he came, he agreed to come on a very low salary of 155,000 euros, making him one of the lowest paid players on the team. And this is, of course, shows Dani Alves' commitment to Barcelona and his love for Barcelona, something that the captains could learn from, which brings me to my next topic, which is that Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba have said no to the wage cuts. As I reported in yesterday's video, the club is trying to implement wage cuts so they can bring all the players under the pay scale that they're trying to implement. Of course, this pay scale has been implemented on the new contracts that the club has signed and on the contracts that they have renewed. But of course, there remains the contracts that were issued by the previous president, Bartomeu, which are very high and way above market value. So Joan Laporta is trying to renegotiate these contracts and issue wage cuts to bring all the players under the strict pay scale. But it seems that Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba have said no. However, Gerard Piqué has said that yes, that he has no problems, that he will put the club's needs ahead of his, because he understands the financial situation, and he also understands that the club was really counting on the captains to be the first ones to agree to the wage cuts, because not only are they the highest paid players on the team, but they're also the captains, and by agreeing to the wage cuts, they will be setting an example to the rest of the players. Well, it seems that Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba are not willing to set that example, and they're also not willing to put in the club's financial needs above theirs. Now on to the news of Raphinha Alcantara. This is not the same Raphinha who plays in Leeds United. This is the Raphinha who came up through the Barcelona Academy and who Barcelona transferred to PSG. Well, it seems that PSG this past season had loaned Raphinha to Real Sociedad, and now Real Sociedad want to exercise the option to buy and acquire Raphinha on a permanent deal. Well, how is this related to Barcelona? Well, it's related because there was a clause in Raphinha's contract that stated that any future sale of the player would see a percentage of those sales go to Barcelona. I think it's around 30 or maybe 35%. So if Real Sociedad do end up acquiring Raphinha from PSG, then 30 or 35% of that the sale would go to Barcelona. This is of course great news, because right now we can use any income that we can get given the dire situation of the club. Now we will end with a very brief news, and that is that it seems that Dembele will be heading to the English club Chelsea. I had originally reported that PSG had acquired Dembele and then they had come to an agreement. Well, it seems that PSG are backing out. It seems that the incoming sporting director is not a fan of Dembele. He has heard of his extracurricular activities with constantly being out, partying, getting drunk, staying up till 3 a.m., playing video games, eating junk food, and just not being disciplined at all. And that's why he does not want us on the squad. So it seems that PSG are backing out. Liverpool stated in the media that they were never in the race for Dembele, and Bayern Munich were interested in him very briefly, but when they picked up the phone and asked about his salary demands, they pretty much said that he's asking too much, that there's no way that they were going to pay him what he wanted. So they hung up the phone, and that was it for them. So it seems that the only option left for PSG, for Dembele, is Chelsea. The Chelsea coach Tuchel was actually Dembele's coach at Dortmund. So it seems that they might be reunited once again. Who knows, maybe Tuchel can get Dembele to focus back on his career and on playing football instead of constantly being out partying and just doing whatever he wants. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I invite all of you to please leave a comment down below giving me your thoughts and opinions about the news that I share with you. And finally, I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Visca Barça.